Morning. I'm gonna give you a rundown of yesterday. We didn't see the Apple bus driver this morning. I guess it was his day off. But yesterday, so the day before yesterday, I went and bought well, no, yesterday actually, I bought a bunch of chocolate because the day before yesterday, I mentioned to some of the people, the two guys that sit close to me, we were talking about chocolates and stuff like that, and I love the Reese's Double Cups, and I was like, yeah, I'll bring some in, and y'all can try them. They were like, yeah, bring it, bring it, bring it. So I did. I went and bought a whole bunch of chocolate because I like chocolate. And my intention, and I bought more than I thought that I would, was to share with everyone, because just to share. I like to share. So that was the deal. So when I came in, but the people on my end, the two guys that sit by me, I noticed there's a division. There's three black ghetto people that sit towards the front. Then there's the two Spanish guys, and there's me. And then there's a white girl that's there sometimes she's not. Oftentimes she's not. Now, when I first came, I introduced myself to everyone, equal opportunity. When I first came, though, no, when I first came, I was very, no, it's kind of quiet. The one Spanish guy broke the ice, and he was very, just being real cool with me, real cool. So that kind of brought me in, and I liked him. We talked and whatever, whatever. Then, I went to introduce myself to the black people on the other end, and there was one, like a big black guy that was real, I don't know, he was just kind of standoffish. A lot of people, times when people are like that, it's because they got, personal things that are going on. So I didn't pay no mind. He just got personal things that are going on. And I introduced myself to the girl that was beside him. But my feeling was that, maybe they were kind of flirting with each other or something. And so, you know, I was, that that kind of weird type of thing going on. And then there's another girl that sits beside them. And so when I introduced myself, they were just like real. I mean, it was kind of like, I felt, it was kind of like, how like on Mean Girls or something, it was kind of like that, like, like, ew, what is you know what I'm saying? But that wasn't what was said. But, I didn't pay any mind. My goal was just to introduce myself, know who my coworkers were. And when I asked for his name, he was just like, oh, old man. I was like, okay, fine. I left it at that and went on about my business, introduced myself to the other girl that came in, and that was cool. Now, during the whole time, me and the other guy, we were talking, the Puerto Rican guy, kind of building, storming, warming, forming, norming, whatever. We were, building, talking, and, between calls and stuff like that, keeping it warm. And he noticed the kind of weirdness that was going on over there too. So, but it was good, all good. Exchange numbers, whatever, for job purposes and stuff like that. Then the next day I came, the other Puerto Rican guy came, and he was real cool, and I could see he's a little bit older. I could see where he was trying to, I guess, I think he sensed what was going on down there too, but he was trying to pull me in. And then there may be other things too, like I think he likes young women or whatever like that, and he was being flirty, but I thought that he was being flirty. I thought the purpose of him being flirty was because he saw whatever was going on down that end, and he was trying not to allow me to be a victim of that. So that's why he was being flirty, and that's what I thought at first. But then he offered me his number, and I'm like, okay, fine. He gave me they're both married, the two Puerto Rican guys. There's a big difference though. But anyways, because this guy, he gave me his number, and I didn't think nothing of it. I said, put it on the back of your wife's card. And he was like, oh, I can't write it on there. And that made sense because it's plastic. Maybe he can't. So I gave him my notebook. He put it in there. And I don't know if I should stop here because I got a while before I have to actually go in. But I put it in there. And, he told me call him after 6. And I guess at first, because there was something going on with the white girl, I blogged about it. And he went out to talk to her. He tried to, ask me, well, what happened with you and her? I didn't say anything, but I figured he was on my side. So then I just, was just like, oh, this is something, whatever happened. I thought it was rude, but I kept it professional. And then what ended up happening as a result of that, he was just like, oh, I don't know if he was trying to instigate, and it didn't work out. And I just didn't realize that he was trying to instigate and whatever like that. So, basically, then but anyhow, so I bought the chocolates for everyone because, again, it's just a matter of professionalism. When you come, you bring it for everybody unless you have a specific reason not to. So I asked everybody that I saw there, would you like some chocolate? Would you like some chocolate? Would you like some chocolate? Of course, the guy beside me took it. The other Puerto Rican guy hadn't come in yet. The other girl, I said, I know that you don't usually eat chocolate, but I know that you don't want chocolate because I offered her the day before some that I had. But would you like? She was like, yeah, I'll take some today. So I gave her some chocolate. The guy that was standing there, big black guy, would you like some chocolate? And he kind of ignored me. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay. And then the girl asked him, would you like some chocolate? Such and such name. And he was just like, no, I'm good. He didn't even look. So I was like, okay, fine. So I went on about my business. As she was eating the chocolate, he looked at her and says, wow, I didn't know it was that big. I want one of those now. So he's asking me for one. And I'm just like, no. I was like, no. That I said, it'll be $2. And then he was like, come on. I was just like, no. I offered you the first time and you didn't want it. And it was the way that he acted, And I was like, it's now available to you for $2. Then he came over to my seat, asked me for it. And I was like, no. And I was like, well, I could give it to you for $1. Then the guy that sit beside me, the white Puerto Rican guy that tries to act black, he was like, oh, don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. And he's old as hell. And I'm just like, and he's instigating. And then, it's done with. I had ended it at that, went back to reading my book, meditating. Don't do him like that. Keep going on and on and on. And so I didn't think nothing about it. I went on about my business. And he had this he had this cookie or whatever that he was trying to give me since yesterday. I didn't want it really, but I would have took it just to be taking it. Then another girl said that she wanted it, so I gave it to her. Then he bought me another cookie, the same cookie today. I mean, yesterday he bought that cookie the day before yesterday. Then yesterday he bought the same exact cookie, and he was like, "Don't give this one away." But I didn't want it. And then and then I was like, after I gave the chocolates out, I did take a bite of it, and I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Then after all that, he's just like, then the other girl came in, the other black girl, and I was like, I offered her, and I guess no, what happened before she came was the black girl, the young black girl that has this thing with the black guy. She was like, he was the whole time whining, but by that time I had tuned him out because I said what I was gonna say. That was it. I moved on. I'm not catering to no grown boy. You know what I'm saying? I've moved on. You're a grown man. It's chocolate. I offered it. Next time, when I offer it, then you take it. You know what I'm saying? If you want it, you know what I mean. You don't have no attitude, whatever. So it gets really ugly. Like he's like, oh, well, I don't, I forgot what he said. Something about, I don't. I forget what he said. I don't want you to say nothing at all to me. Then I don't say anything but good morning to everybody, and that's it. I don't really have anything to say to him. And then he's like, I forgot what he said. He's like, he just got real salty. Like, I don't, I can have anything I want. I got money. I got money. This is like over a $2 candy bar. I got money. I can have anything I want. And then he was just like, I'm the man. And then he was like, I'll do something for you for it. And he was half joking and half not. And I'm looking at him like, this is just ridiculous, really. But I didn't say anything. I just went on about my business. And then the girl, of course, that's his like, the girl that he talks to or whatever, she's, pretending to tune us out, but she wants to turn it around on me. So she's like, what's going on? What's going on? What is going on? Because he's doing all the talking. What I should have said was nothing. I don't know about y'all, but I'm just getting prepared for work. Or something about, well, I don't know. I just offered everybody some chocolate. That was it. And so what I said was, well, what happened was I offered everyone some chocolate. He said no. Then later on, he decided he wanted some. And the answer was, it's not available for free anymore. Simple as that. And so then the other girl came in, the other black girl. And when the other black girl came in, I'm at 10 minutes. When the other black girl came in, I offered her chocolate. And immediately, the guy that was sitting beside me, the one that was all buddy, whatever, he was like, he's like, oh, are you gonna charge her? No, be careful. You better not say no the first time. You better not change your mind. I mean, he's just saying all this little smart stuff, making an issue when there wasn't an issue. And then what ended up happening before she came in, the other girl that's, I guess friends with this guy, she goes out with him, goes out after that, and I guess when she wanted to meet that girl as she came in to give her the scoop and get her acclimated to the negativity, and so she comes in, and so I just offer her because I don't have no reason not to, and I hope I don't get hit by a car because my heels are too big and I can hardly walk in them. And this is actually me walking at my fastest pace. If this light changes, I'm gonna be in some big trouble. If any cars come, I'm gonna be in some big trouble. So hopefully it stays peaceful just like this. It looks like it is. Now I gotta get across the other half of the street without breaking my neck. And it's gonna happen, yes. Hopefully this light doesn't change on this side where the cars are just turning, because then I'll be in trouble. Holy shit. So yeah, I made it. Good news, I made it. So yeah, so then she goes out to acclimate her to the negativity, so it'll be negative, so she won't come in with positivity, so all the negativity will be aimed towards me. So when the girl comes in, I'm not thinking about that. I'm just, hey, would you like some chocolate? No. I'm like, okay, not a problem. Going about my business. And then the guy beside me, the old Spanish guy beside me, just keeps going on and on and on and on and on about, oh, don't do him like that. Whatever else he was saying, trying to make it seem like I was doing something. I ain't do nobody like nothing. I offered. I said, no, that's it. Don't do me like that. And actually, you're not doing me like that because I won't allow it. I'm going about my business. So he keeps going on. And then after a while, I see where he's instigating on their side because he's trying to be cool, trying to be, is those types of people, And so he comes, I've gotten into my stuff and I said, excuse me, I need to meditate. And he was like, oh, And then, they just keep going on. I'm not really hearing them because I got my earbuds in one ear. I'm reading my book. I'm getting prepared for my day. I'm not really with all that, And then I realized I'm not going to eat this cookie. He done put some cookies and raisins on my desk. Neither of which do I want at this point, because at first I didn't want them at all. I would have ate them just to be nice, because it would have been another joyful addition to my, day, just to have something from somebody that I thought would have been nice. But, nope. I didn't want it. The cookie was nasty. So I just, I was like, if I throw this and it does miss the trash, whoever was about to trash, would you put it in there? And, nothing was said or whatever like that. So I just threw it. It didn't go in there. So one girl was sitting in front of it. And, I asked her because she didn't seem to have an attitude. And she was just like, no. And she made a face. I said, okay. So I asked the other girl. She said something evidently real nasty or smart or whatever. And then the guy that was sitting beside me again, he's like, ooh. Or maybe it wasn't really that nasty or smart, but he just tried to instigate it. And, I had asked him and he didn't move. So I just got up, simply put it in the trash and went on about reading and meditating. Didn't think nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Went on about my business. And then it was like the whole time, the rest of the day, just daggers. Grow up. Somebody offered you something, you didn't want it, and it was no longer available after you didn't want it. So move on, grow up. What's the problem? This man is like, and what's sad about it, if I have logged about it right then, you would see the whole dynamics of it. You can't really see the dynamics of everything that took place. But there's even more to this. It's closing up, but there's even more to it. Let me see if I can do it in 45 seconds or less. So then, on top of that, what happened? So then on top of that, so I got to put it whatever. Then the rest of the day, like, they're trying to be snide. Oh, the manager or whatever passed out some rebuttals or something, or somehow this boy was involved in it. And so there was one less rebuttal made that then should have been made. And then the guy sitting next to me noticed but he was like he didn't want to say anything because he didn't want to be under fire, I guess, because you could see it in the way that he was behaving. And I was like, I said to the manager, "Do you happen to have an extra rebuttal sheet? Because I don't have one." Then the girl that was sitting beside the unofficial couple was like, take the guy that was coming late, the other Puerto Rican guy, because he's not here. And I said, that's fine, but Tom, do you mind making an extra one, because eventually he's coming, he is coming in, and he's going to need one too. So they were all snickering like, oh, to this guy, the black guy, oh, you crazy, like it's a joke, you know what I'm saying? But it was so immature, because what you did was you messed up everybody's time. But part two is coming.